Hello, my dear 11th class ISC students. Vanna Shrivastava continues her drama class with Act 1, Scene 2. In our last meet, we have seen how Caliban curses Prospero. In return to Prospero's promises, Caliban showed him all the goodness of the island, and then Prospero himself became the master of the island. As Caliban is his slave, he had to obey Prospero's command. Now let us proceed from 433rd line with the Ariel's song. Re-enter Ariel, invisible, playing and singing, and Ferdinand following. So, who enters? Ariel. Ariel enters, he's invisible. He's playing and singing, and Ferdinand is following his song. He could not see Ariel, but he is following from where the song is coming, and he is following the song. Ariel's song. Ferdinand is the son of Alonso. Come unto this yellow sands, and then take hands, curtsied when you have and kissed the wild waves whist. So Ariel sings that come to this yellow sands. So he is calling as Ferdinand, come to this yellow sands, means at the shore of the sea, and then join hands with me, with others, curtsies when you have and kiss the wild waves whist. When you were in the sea, and when there was a high tide, when there was a tempest, you curtsied means you bowed to the sea waves, means you have drowned in the sea waves and kissed each other. You have kissed the sea waves. Both of you kissed each other because as you have jumped from the ship. The wild waves whist. Now the wild waves are silent. And then you have come to this island. So foot it featly here and there, and sweet sprites the burden bear. Hark, hark, burden dispersedly within bow wow, the watchdogs bark. And the Ariel sings that foot it featly here means dance away now here and there. And sweet sprites means sweet spirits. The burden bear, burden means chorus, the song chorus. So join in the chorus. All the spirits join in the chorus. Hark, hark, listen, listen. Burden means chorus. Chorus, dispersely within means chorus. A song is coming from different direction. The watchdogs bark, but this noise, it is a very hodgepodge noise. It's not giving a harmonious music. It's looking like as if the dogs are barking. And burden dispersedly within bow bow, hark hark. Again chorus and the song coming from different direction. Listen, listen, I hear the strain of strutting chanticleer. Means I hear the crowing of the song that this chorus seems to be the what? As if the crowing of the cock. Strutting chanticleer. Chanticleer, it just means of the proud rooster, crowing like a proud rooster, as it is given a character in that nun's priest tale. Chaucer's nun priest tale, there is a proud rooster. So he is comparing with this, the crowing of the cock or the proud rooster. Cry cock-a-diddle show, this show is really in a disorder way. It is not giving any harmonious music. Now Ferdinand, where should this music be, in the air or the earth? It sounds no more, and sure it waits upon some god on the island. So Ferdinand says, from where can this music be coming from? He could not make it out, whether it is from the air or from the earth. It sounds no more. Suddenly the music stops, and he says, I hear nothing now. And sure it waits upon some god on the island. And I think there is a servant here who attends some god on the island. There is a servant, any servant who is attending the god on the island. Sitting on a bank, weeping again, the king, my father's wreck, this music crept by me upon the waters. As when I was sitting on a bank of the sea, weeping again the king my father's wreck. When I was weeping for my father, whose ship was wrecked, and I could not see my father then. This music crept by me. This music came to me upon the waters from the sea water, allaying both their fury and my passion. Subsiding, allaying means subsiding both their fury, both the violence of the sea water and the violence of my suffering, as I was separated from my father, with its sweet air. With its sweet air means everything is subsided. And thence I have followed it. And since then I am following this air and this music. Or it hath drawn me rather, but it is gone. No, it begins again. Or it has drawn me here, this air or this music, but it is gone now. No, it begins again. And then Ariel sings, full fathom 5 thy father lies, of his bones are coral made, those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him that doth fade. Ariel sings, full fathom 5 thy father lies. Your father lies 5 fathom down. 1 fathom is equals to 1.8 meters. So 5 fathom means 9 meters. Your father lies 9 meters down the water. Of his bones are coral made, and his bones are turned into coral. Coral is a hard substance which is made from the bones of the sea animal. So he is saying, as his father is drowned in this water, so he is turned into coral. Those are pearls that were his eyes. His eyes have become pearls. Nothing of him that doth fade. Nothing of him had decayed in this water. Anything of him but doth suffer a sea change, anything of him had changed into some substance, into something rich and strange. Means they have changed into some substance connected with the sea and has become marvelous. Sea nymphs early ring his knell. Sea maidens are ringing his death bell. Ding dong bell. Ding dong bell. They are ringing. Then burden within. The chorus again. Ding dong. Hark now I hear them. Ding dong bell. Then Ferdinand says, the deity does remember my drowned father. This is no mortal business, nor no sound that the earth owes. I hear it now above me. Ferdinand says that this deity means this song reminds me of my drowned father. This is no mortal business. This is not the work of any mortal or any human being, nor no sound that the earth owes. And no sound from the earth is coming. I hear it now above me. Now the sound I hear above me. He's confused from where this sound is coming. And telling about his drowned father also. And Prospero, he's watching all these things. And he is now telling to his daughter Miranda, the fringed curtains of thine eye advance and say what thou seest yon. So Prospero says, the fringed curtains of thine eye advance. Raise the curtain of your eyes, means the eyelids. So Prospero tells Miranda that you raise the curtain of your eyes, the eyelids, and see what thou seest yon, and tell me what do you see over there. Miranda sees Ferdinand. What? Is it a spirit, father? Lord, how it looks about. Believe me, sir, it carries a brave form, but it is a spirit. How it looks. Believe me, father, he has a handsome look, but it is a spirit. Then Prospero, no wench, no girl. It eats and sleeps and hath some senses, as we have. He also eats and sleeps and have all the senses as we have. This gallant which thou sayest was in the wreck, This fine gentleman which you see now was in the ship that has wrecked. And but he is something stained with grief. And he is disfigured because of the grief, because of the sorrow. That is beauty canker, means his beauty is, this grief has corrupted his beauty. Thou mightst call him a goodly person, otherwise you would have called him a good looking person. He hath lost his fellows, he hath lost his companions, and strays about to find them. And he is wandering here on this island, here and there, finding his companions. Then Miranda says, I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble. So she says, I might call him a divine creature. For nothing natural I ever saw so noble, because in nature I have never seen anything so natural. Then Prospero aside, he is telling to himself, it goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. Spirit, find spirit, I will free thee within 2 days for this. So Prospero is talking to himself. It goes on. I see my magic works. Actually, Prospero's intention was to bring Ferdinand so that his daughter and Ferdinand may fall in love with each other. So he had done this. So he is saying that I see my spell works as my heart desires. Spirit, fine spirit, Ariel, I will free you. You have done a good job. I will free you within 2 days for this. For this wonderful work, I will make you free. So today till here. In our next meet, we will go further. Till then, have a wonderful time, children. Thank you.